Spoken Truth, we back at it again. I'm coming on here to do a quick video right quick to encourage you brothers as it relates to dealing with these women. You know, a lot of these women is cracking up, crashing out, whatever the case may be, man. I want y'all to really be on top of y'all stuff to ensure that you get the right type of woman, the woman that the Most High wants you to have. A lot of these women have gone off. They have gone off. And I want to do my best and my due diligence to protect you against that, because I understand that in order for you to maximize your purpose, to maximize your intentions, to maximize your desires of your heart down here on earth in this little short time that we have, if you're going to be dealing with a woman, you got to make sure it's the right woman. And in this video, I want to make sure that you understand some of the stuff that women do that you want to shy away from, some red flags that you want to keep your eye open up to as it relates to a woman you may be dealing with, or a woman you may come across, or a woman you just simply want to date. And so let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 5. And I'm not going to make this video long. All right, I'm going to get in and get out. Okay. All right, to give you some content, listen, Paul was talking to women who was widows. But even though he's talking to women that's widows, there's a lot that we can glean from as Paul gives some understanding, some insight, some instruction to women who may lost their husband, may lost their man. And so let's pay attention to some of the stuff that he's saying, because these are some key factors, some key red flags that he points out as it relates to dealing with women. Now, verse 11, watch what it says. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton. Listen, wax wanton. A lot of these women is full of lust. They full of lust, man. And sadly and regrettably, a lot of them has been turned over to their lust, because their lust goes against the Most High. Listen what it goes on to say. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Hamashiach, whom we commonly call the Messiah. Right? He said that has waxed wanton against Hamashiach. Then it goes on to say they would marry. Now watch this. Let's look up this word wanton. Let's look it up. Let's open it up. That word wanton is
kuttahspokentruth.
Yeah, however you pronounce that. Listen, it means to be governed by strong physical desire, passion, lustful desire, to have lust. Be governed by strong physical desire. Listen to what the EDNT, become wanton against, pursue sensual impulse against. A lot of these women, they are pure sensual. That's all they think about. Okay. They are lustful. There used to be a time when women was classy in the streets, elegant, but these women is been driven more by lust than men. Lust for attention, crave attention, lusting to be seen, lusting to be in the presence of a whole bunch of men. And the scripture said this is against Hamashiach. Excuse me. Watch what it goes on to say. Having damnation. Why would you want to be with a woman who's having damnation? Huh? That don't make no sense. Watch this. Because they cast off their first faith. A lot of these women is driven by sensuality. They are driven by their lust. And because of this, they turn their back on the Most High. You could be dealing with a woman. You could be bringing her into the truth. You could be bringing her into a closer relationship with the Most High. But let that woman not be with you. This is what the scripture teaches. Let not that woman be with you. She's going to begin to have damnation, because she's going to cast off her first faith. In other words, she's going to go and be with somebody that's not in the truth, somebody that's not on the same wavelength of the person she was just with, who was close to the Most High. She's going to go be with somebody in the streets. She's going to go be with an unbeliever. And then she's going to forget about her relationship with the Most High because she's going to be on the same tip as that man that she is with in the streets. Okay? So the first thing he pointed out, man, you got to be careful about dealing with sensual women, man. The scripture teaches we ought to be dealing with spiritual women, not sensual women. Verse 13, with all they learn to be idle, wandering from house to house. That's the second thing Paul points out. Women that's idle. A lot of these women is too idle. When you out here dating, when you out here trying to find a wife, understand me? Because Proverbs chapter 18 says, he that find a wife found a good thing has obtained favor of the Most High. Okay, so you got to find a wife. Okay, and most of the time while you're engaged in your purpose, while you're doing something that's constructive, the Most High will put a woman in your path to find. Okay, but if you're not on your purpose, if you're not doing something constructive as it relates to magnifying your living down here on earth, then you ain't gonna find that good wife. It don't work like that. Right? So the second thing he points out is when you out here dating a woman, you got to make sure she's not an idle woman. A woman that don't have nothing going for herself. Because most women that don't have anything going for themselves, they have too much time and they wandering from house to house. And to put in today's vernacular, because they got so much time on their hand, they wandering from party to party, wandering from club to club, wandering from this social gathering to that social gathering, all in men's face because they too idle. Women who got stuff going for themselves, a lot of times when the evening begin to dawn, they are tired because they too busy focusing on their purpose, focusing on their dream, focusing on that which bring them delight as it relates to their work. Women that got a lot going for themselves don't wander from house to house. They don't go from party to party. They don't hop from club to club because they too tired from putting in work. They may be in school, furthering their education. They may be operating in their purpose after they leave a 9 to 5. So they don't got time to be wandering from house to house, from club to club, from party to party. They're not idle. And if you look at most women that's party hopping, club hopping, they are idle. Okay? They got too much time on their hand. They're not doing anything significant. Of course, there's some outliers out here, you know, but I'm talking about for the vast majority of women that's party hopping, club hopping, going from social gathering to go to social gathering, they are idle. They don't have nothing going for themselves. Let's get some more of this. But tattlers also and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. That's the third thing Paul point out. Okay? They are tattlers, busybodies, always in other people's business, always trying to figure out what somebody else got going on. Here it is. They not in a committed relationship. They are not married, but they worrying about somebody else that's married, all in their business, all in what going on in their life. So when you out here dating or dealing with a woman and all she talk about is other women business, what this person doing and what this person not doing, that's a red flag. Paul is telling you they are busybody. And why would you want to be with somebody that's a busybody, always in other men's matters? Other women matters. That means they don't have nothing significant going on in their life. Because if they did, they would not be spending time in everybody else's business. Watch what it goes on to say. Verse 14, I will therefore that younger women marry. That's the fourth thing Paul points out. When you start dealing with these women, they start getting up in age and they not married. That's a problem. You need to really ask some serious questions about why they in this predicament. Because the scripture teaches us that women ought to begin married while they are young. Women that start getting up in their late 20s and 30s, this is an issue. If they're not in a committed relationship, if they're not in a marriage according to what the scripture, then that's a problem. If they're single and hopping in and out of relationship, that's a problem. Something is wrong with her. All right. Let me get a precept. We'll come back to it because I want to show y'all. Let me go to, let's go here. Sirach chapter 42. And a lot of this is because men fail to be real fathers. Okay. Let me see. Is this it? All right. Verse 9, watch what it says. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her take away sleep when she's young. Watch this. When she is what? Young. When she is what? Young. When she is what? Young. Watch what it goes in there. Least, or if you want to pronounce it less, least she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, least she should be hated. So a lot of these women, man, I get it. A lot of them is not getting in a committed relationship, not getting married while they're young because their father nowhere to be found. But the scriptures let you know women ought to be getting married while they're young. They shouldn't be waiting to 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, so forth and so forth. Talk about now they ready to be in a committed relationship. After then hop from digging stick to digging stick. No, it ain't what the scriptures. When you in a committed relationship with a real man, a man sent by the Most High, that save you from all of that mess, that save you from unwanted trauma, that save you from unwanted pain, that save you from running your body count up. And fellas, this is what we got to come to realize. Okay. And if a woman have not been in a committed relationship, marriage while she was young, that's a problem. You mean to tell me nobody wanted to be committed to you? Nobody wanted to marry? Nobody thought enough to take you serious? Fellas, this is stuff we got to look at. This is what the scriptures point out. Watch what it goes on to say. Lest she should be hated in her virginity. We know you rarely will find a virgin in this day and time. And then a lot of them, I'm either going into the truth. A lot of them may be a virgin as it relates to may not been penetrated between their legs, but their booty been penetrated, their mouth been penetrated. Ain't no virgin in that aspect. Very seldom would you find a virgin. Why? Because scripture teaching you right here, verse 9. Go back up to say it. The father waketh for the daughters. Fathers need to go back home. The reason why a lot of women turning out and finding themselves in whoredom, because instead of daddies having a care for their daughters, they out here running the streets chasing other men's daughters when they can be spending that time focusing on their daughter. Let's get some more of this. Verse 10, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child, her father house, and having a husband, lest she should behave herself, and when she is when she is married, lest she should be barren. Barren. All right, so the scripture teaches you right here. Go back up to verse 9. Father wake for the daughter when no man knoweth, and to care for her, take away sleep when she is young. All right, let's go back. Let's go ahead and finish this, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to make the video too long. All right. I will therefore that young women marry. Listen, he telling you, I will that young women marry. Okay, I know a lot of women listen to my videos. Women, get married while you're young. You don't need to go through no whole phase to see if this the right man. You don't need to go through the whole phase to know what you like and what you don't like. That's a lot from the pits of hell. And if any elderly woman is teaching you that, then that's a sure sign she know not the Most High. Matter of fact, let's get that. I'll come back to that. All right. I got to show this because, fellas, some women do come on here and listen to my videos. OK, but let's get this. I want to help them out. Watch this. Verse 3. The aged women up in age, the elderly women. Watch this. Likewise, that they be in behavior as become holiness, not false accuser, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children. If the elder woman that you around is not teaching you this, they know not the Most High. if they telling you to play the game, if they telling you the easy way to get over a man is to get underneath another man, if they telling you to be the strong, independent woman and not to submit to a man, if they telling you all this bull crap, they know not the Most High. And you definitely don't need to be listening to them. Because the scripture said that elder women supposed to teach the young women, verse 4, how to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, not to run the street, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husband. Why? That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. So a lot of you women is causing the word of the Most High to be blasphemed. A lot of you women is causing the word of the Most High to be looked at in a negative way, because you're not teaching these younger women what to do as it relates to them being a young wife, a young woman, taking care of their home, loving their husband, loving their children. All right, being keepers at home. All right. So let's go back and finish this. All right, excuse the noise in the background. It's my little daughter, man. I love her. Say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
Say kuttahspokentruth.
As for shoes.
Back at it again.
Back again.
All right, let's go ahead. Close the door, baby. Let's go ahead and finish this. All right. Go back to verse 14. I will therefore that the young women marry, bear children. Listen, the reason why you need to bear children, because the scripture teaches that you should be saved in childbearing. All right, that's what the scripture teaches. Matter of fact, it's in the same 1 Timothy. I'm trying to close it, y'all. Please be patient with me. When the scripture comes to my mind, I gotta go. Watch this. Verse 15. Notwithstanding, she should be saved and childbearing if they continue faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So you see, having kids can save you. A lot of women were saved from going down the land of whoredom, going down to the land of whoredom because they had a child. And when they had that child, they looked at that child like, no, I got to straighten up. I can't let my child be seeing me going from man to man. I can't see my child, allow my child to see me being ran through. You know, I was talking to one woman, and I ain't going to say her name, one woman, and she was telling me, because I like to collect data, and she was saying one of the best things that happened to her is that she had a child, and that child saved her from a destructive path. And she went on saying that child helped keep her numbers low, because when she had a child, she start dumping all her energy, all her focus in raising that child. So in some cases, women are saved through childbearing, having children, because they look at their children and they look at their children like, I don't want my child to think little of me. I don't want my child to look at me as a whore. I don't want my child to look at me as they look at these other women out in the streets. And that's why I understand a lot of these women that got children. There's some women that got children, they still whores. And they don't understand, man. Don't you know your child one day gonna get a social media account? They gonna get on the internet and they gonna see how you behave. They gonna see all the sluttiness that in a way that you behave and dress. And how you think your child gonna look at you? All right, so fellas, we got to take this into consideration. Watch what it goes on and say. Guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, for some are already turned aside after Satan. So fellas, man, a lot of these women, man, they wax wanton because they had turned aside to Satan already. Satan have a lot of these women. You hear me? Verse 15 said, some have already turned aside after Satan. They was in the truth. Now they have turned to Satan. And I tell you a lot of time, man, a lot of these women got Satan, got demons on them, man. You got to be very careful out here, because a lot of these women will come into your life, will suck you of your energy, will suck you of your resources, will suck you of your peace, will suck you of your power. They will turn you out of your own house. All right. So be careful out here. All right, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. I appreciate y'all, man. Drop some comments below. Let me know what y'all want to talk about, what y'all want to hear. And we again in the scripture truth and bring it out. because we are living in our last days. The time is short, and you don't want to be wasting time on individuals that not able to bring value to your life. Right? All right. Peace.